There we go. That's a good one. That's a good fish. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to open up my drag. That's a good fish, bro. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it's taking drag. It's taking drag now. What is going on, guys? Today we're taking a look at the brand new ZMan Mini Max chatterbaits. Now, if you guys are not familiar with chatterbaits, I'm gonna go a little bit in depth about them. They're basically a noise-making jig. They help attract fish due to their vibration, but they're easier to fish in and out of structure compared to baits with treble hooks. Now, this Mini Max chatterbait is gonna be a finesse style chatterbait, and what I mean by that is it's gonna be a little bit better for smaller bodies of waters, creeks, ponds, and stuff like that. And today's main focus will be to test it out and see how it works in those elements. So before we get too far in today's video, I did want to say if you're interested in picking up one of these chatterbaits, you can get it at shopkarls.com, which is where I picked up mine and is actually today's sponsor. If you guys are not familiar with shopkarls.com, I'd recommend you go ahead and take a look at them whenever you're in the market for any new gear. But now that you guys know the name of the game and where you can pick this bad boy up, let's get on out there on the water. And that wind is crazy today. All right, just got out to this little creek area. Only fished it one other time, but we're giving this lure a test everywhere I can think of. It seems like it's gonna do good in most applications, but let's try it out in a somewhat muddy creek area. See if anything wants to pick this bad boy up. Wind's pushing the other way. I might go try the other side of the pond, but there is a little calm slack over here. Tell myself I ought to give it a go real quick. Chatterbaits are one of my favorite baits to use searching, and the reason is because, as you can see, we got grass, vegetation, rocks, and we got freaking water hoses over here at this spot. And we're gonna have to find a way to work through all that stuff. When you have anything with treble hooks, a lot of the times you get hung up, get that nasty grass all tied around you, that algae like this right here, and end up never even having a chance to catch a fish. Roll with this chatterbait around these areas. We got a lot of structure at this pond. We got nice drop-offs, we got the open areas, we got the grass pockets, the reeds, the wall, a little bit of everything, honestly. I think there's even rocks on that side. So if it comes to, you know, what type of structure we need to fish this bait around and in, we're in a good spot to test it out. Right now I'm just gonna kind of get it out there. There's a pretty steep drop-off right here in front of us. Just cast about, 5 feet out. Just work it parallel. You get to cover a lot of area with that loud noise and that vibration of the jig, and at the same time you're not having to get 4 or 5 casts in. Water on this side is a lot more muddier than the water on that side, so I'm assuming during rains, there we go, that's a fish, that's a fish. During rains, I assume that the water flows into this pond. There we go. It's not a big guy. I'm gonna keep it down so he don't jump. He basically choked that thing. Look at that. First fish of the day. Little tiny dinkus, but check it out. All the way down his throat with that thing, man. Woo! Literally, you can't even see that jig head. Look at the size of that bass. Small bass. So like I said, key bait to fish more finesse-y, smaller type of ponds, or to target smaller fish in general. As you can see, we got ourselves a pretty good sized dink. I'm going to be really careful, make sure I don't get this stuck in homie's gills anywhere. Yeah, it's on his gills. All right, so I'm going to be pretty easy with this thing. It looks like the hook is right here around his gill plate. So I'm going to, if you guys can see, I'm going to grab that bait hook right there with my pliers, and real simply just adjust and push it back through the gills. Now you can see there's no hook right there on that gill plate. I can come over here, easily remove this bait. I'm not ripping at it, and I'm not going to kill this fish by ripping his gills apart and killing this poor future 10-pounder right here. Because, when you're fishing smaller baits like this, you tend to catch smaller fish. Make sure you take care of these smaller fish, because that's that future generation that's going to allow us to actually come back and catch more fish at this pond. But there we go, first fish of the day. Took a few stops, a few tries, a few casts, but we got ourselves one. There he goes. See you, buddy. Let's see if we can get ourselves a bigger one now. Let's see if we can get ourselves a bigger one. He didn't just bite, he swallowed, he engulfed that thing. So we get that lure right back out there to that same spot. Just let it slowly sink, and then I guess talk about how rain comes into this pond and see if that helps us get another bite again. Yeah, weather and nonsense. Where's the fish at? Nothing. All right. With that one, I kind of just felt like a real quick tug, and I set that hook. Probably set it a little too hard, but never really know what's biting those chatterbaits. And you know what they say, hook sets are free. Just don't kill the fish. There we go. That's a good one. That's a good fish. Oh my god. Oh my god, I have to open up my drag. That's a good fish, bro. Don't jump. Don't jump. That thing's taking drag. That thing's taking drag and not jumping. Is it a catfish? It might be a catfish. Dude, my pole is like full. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it's taking drag. It's taking drag now. What is this? What is this? Oh, it's just a beast of a bass. It's just a big bass. It's just a big bass. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me right now? That thing really just munched that? I thought I had like a freaking catfish. That thing was fighting so hard. Yeah, back-to-back casts. Literally, you won't just catch small fish with these lures, you'll catch freaking toads. Look at that thing, dude. I could probably put my fist in that fish's mouth. Yeah, literally, I could put my whole fist in that fish's mouth. Oh my goodness, I need to get a weight on this thing. This, are you kidding me? It's freaking awesome, dude. Oh my goodness, sorry buddy, sorry. I was not expecting you to be a bass. I was expecting you to be a catfish the way you fought. No. Well guys, talk about an upgrade of a fish. Just working it out there in the bottom, and got this nice one to come smoke it. I honestly thought it was a catfish. He didn't jump the way he was fighting and pulling. I mean, this guy is ecstatic. It honestly looks like that might be the first time he's ever been caught, now that I'm taking a closer look at his mouth. But take a look at that, guys. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fish. Let's go ahead and get a real quick weight on him and then get him back in the water, man. I'm thinking 4 pounds. 3.8, I'm gonna say. 3.76, 3.8 exactly. 3.8 exactly, but definitely a good size one, especially for that mini chatterbait that we're using out there. But let's get this guy back in the water, keep fishing today, and see if we can get ourselves a few more. What I'm gonna do is give him a real nice revival real quick, had him out of the water a little bit, maybe about a minute, and I just want to make sure he is good to go, or she is good to go as far as swimming goes. So running her back and forth, getting plenty of oxygen flowing through her body, making sure that when she gets back in the water, or he, that they'll be able to move around just as nice and easy as when they came up on the bank. She's biting on my thumb a little bit, so I think she's ready to go. There she goes. Awesome, man. 2 fish within, like, I would say 5 minutes casting that same spot. So got ourselves a nice little corner. I'm gonna fish a little bit more thoroughly. This bait is definitely producing today. Yeah, it seems like there's a nice corner right here, a little calm area. Definitely a drop off for these fish. Probably coming up to feed. They're just naturally moving because it's a nice corner of the pond. Let's see if we can get ourselves a few more nice fish today. Shoot, I'll even take a few more small fish. Honestly, I was just trying to get a better idea and understanding for this bait, and you know, fishing in a few different areas, a few different ponds, trying to see if it works. Like I said, you come to smaller bodies of water, smaller ponds, it's definitely going to help you find those bites. Fish that stained water, it's definitely gonna help you find those bites and fish in and out of that structure. It's gonna allow you to fish that very thoroughly without getting snagged on anything. All right, guys, next spot. Very, very blue water here at this location. It's another spot I've never actually fished. So we're gonna run it around this area, and then we will get out of here. I can tell there's fish because there's a pond. The sign over there that says catch and release only. Probably hit that small pond first and then come back around to this bigger one. You still got it? Someone's got it. What is it? Oh, it's a little bass. Okay. I was like, what the heck's on it? Something's got it. Smallest bass of my life. Jeez, guys. I was a little confused. I thought I had a log at first. Set the hook as hard as I could. Felt nothing come at it, and there we go. We finally got ourselves another bass at a different location. As you can see, this chatterbait definitely paying off fishing this murky, stained blue looking water. Something I've never fished before or seen before. Still being able to pull these little dinks out. Let's see if we can find ourselves a big one though. Probably hugged up under that shade like this one was. So got ourselves another one. Different spot, different style. It is still producing, man. It's completely different from the last few spots that we've actually fished. This is a very public and pressured location. Water is dyed blue because it's probably maintained that way, and it seems like there's not a ton of fish in here, but we were able to find one right there, thankfully. Let's see if we can find a few more under this dock. There's another pond back here too, we'll try. And but it's cool to see when you get this bait in different applications, different bodies of water, different colors of water too. You're still able to secure those bites, you know, especially in these stained, hard to find areas for the fish. They definitely tend to be a great bait and a key bait to find these fish. When you're fishing those clear bodies of water, it can kind of be hit or miss because they can see the hooks, they can see the blades, they can see everything more or less. They've seen lures before. If they've seen lures before, they probably won't bite. But when you're fishing pressured ponds that are a little bit more stained like this, it can still work. Especially if you're just trying to get out and have a good time. I mean, it's not about size or quality of the fish, it's just about catching fish. That's what we were trying to do out here, just show you guys another new bait that you can fish at pressured locations or basically any body of water and still catch fish. Try to slow it down now. We're hitting those peak heat hours of the day. I want to make sure if these fish are going to pick it up, they don't have to use too much energy. Summer fishing is almost like winter fishing. You just change up your bait presentation a little bit. Got to slow it down here in Texas. Ooh, last second, like I said, slow it down. Slow it down. Oh my goodness, that was a good last second little bite right there. I'll have to say so myself. I think that's our second biggest bass of the day. We'll get a quick measurement on him and then get him back in the water, man. Look at that thing working slow through the open. Came up and just crushed that thing. Another solid fish. Honestly, that kind of scared the crap out of me. I was not expecting it, but dude, look at that. Pinned him pretty good on top. Beautiful fish. I'm thinking maybe three and a half, like the last big boy that we had. Let's get a real quick weight on him and get him back in the water. Pop this hook out at the same time. So actually, let's just keep it on there real quick. It don't matter. It's only a 1/4 ounce. We got us at 3.5 exactly, 3.58. Solid fish, man. Solid fish. Solid fish, man. Definitely happy about this one. Another good one in this Kool-Aid water. I did not expect them to bite last second. I also didn't expect there to be a fish this good of a size in here, but I'm gonna get him a little revival and get him on his way. There he goes. All right, guys, so the last catch will be our last catch, unfortunately. The heat today is just kind of getting to me. I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm pretty fatigued and kind of overheating right now at the moment, but the main focus was to just get out here, show you how versatile these chatterbaits can be. Whatever kind of water structure or place you were fishing, as you can see, they can get you the bite. So that was the main focus today. I'm glad we accomplished that. Hopefully you learned a little bit more about these lures and what they can do for you. Once again, you can pick them up at shopkarls.com. But that's gonna be it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed, hopefully you learned a little bit more about these lures, and we'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.